Hey guys, Tony here, CCxRC. We're going to be live in just a second, so just hold on tight for a minute. We're just going to wait for this stream to validate and try and get things ready behind the scenes here to go live. And it also gives people just a minute to connect with us and to jump in and be a part of the conversation. So we're going to just hold off on some of the big stuff until that happens. So excited to go live again, guys. I know it's something you like, and so it's something that I try and do as frequently as possible to give you the opportunity to speak into what we're doing here on the channel. So hi, Sacklane, I see you're on there, and Bobby. I will be live here in literally like 15 seconds. Hey, Miguel, how's it going? Trying to find out where to put everything. Hey guys, Tony here, CCxRC. We are live coming at you through the power of the internet and YouTube, and this is kind of pretty amazing technology that they've given to us these days to be able to have conversations live like this. So today I want to go over and talk about a few things monster truck related, solid axle, whatever it may be. I've got a monster truck with me here, and so I thought that I would go ahead and unbox it for you guys today, if that sounds cool to you. So let me know if audio and everything's going out or not. How's it going, Trenton? Hey, Josh Williams. I picked up something like you've got, so we just take a look at it. Tower Hobbies, first of all, we'll just say, had a really killer deal that I just could not pass up, and so we got something else here to put on this new studio shelving that we've put in here. So how's it going, Greg? Boris, thanks for tuning in, guys. As you can see, if I turn this around, try not to spill my water. We got the Max D. So Tower Hobbies had this for 250 bucks. Typically they go for about $329. So or 320, somewhere in that range, and basically it was 50 bucks off, which is a pretty great steal, I thought, for these trucks. I remember the first one that I got was that Gravedigger over there, and at the time it was about 230 bucks, I would say. Josh would know better. I think they were going for about 229, 230 for the Traxxas Stampede two-wheel drive, and so to get this four-wheel drive SMT10 with the custom, not the custom, but the full, like, basically chassis underneath it, and the roll cage, seems like a really killer deal that they've got. So Josh said, gonna have to bring one out to Beef Fest. That sounds fun, man. I've got a bunch here, and I've actually got some Freestyle RC axle braces now to put onto the ground pounder, see how that handles. I've heard some people say the extra weight, makes it tear up some other things, so not sure how that is going to do, but yeah. So Josh is saying it was $329 for this regularly. The Stampede, I think, was $229 when I bought it, so for this to be $250 was just a really killer deal, and something that I didn't want to pass up. So I've also got some other news, because I'm going to be getting rid of something on the shelf here to make room for all the stuff that I've got on the shelves. As I cleaned out the garage and started bringing all this stuff up here to make kind of as a background, I started realizing how much I have. So I'm going to be getting rid of my SCX10 too, now that I've got the TRX4 here. I don't have as much need for that. I still love my original Jeep. I got the angry eyes on it. Not getting rid of that. So there was somebody on Facebook wanting to trade for a custom frame or something custom RC, and he does a whole bunch of really cool custom metal chassis builds for like rock racers and bouncers and all that kind of stuff, and they look really, really sick. So I asked him if he could make me a custom roll cage for one of these monster trucks, and so what I'm gonna do is send him one of these with the car that I'm trading him for the work, and he's going to use this to base, you know, where the shock mounts are, the motor mounts, all of that. And I told him his style is so cool that I told him to kind of, you know, do his own style with the metal tubing and the way that it looks, and to make it look tough. So hoping he comes up with something really cool. So we're going to get this thing customized. Josh, what do you want the price on? I need to find my knife. Here it is. So this one's going to be being shipped away to West Virginia without the wheels and stuff, basically as a it's going to be basically the platform that it's going to be built off of is using this as the basis, and then I'll use the parts from this to make that custom truck that he's going to make the roll cage for. So looking forward to that, and so I'm going to try and ship it out this week. And when I saw it go on sale, I thought that's the perfect start for it. I may actually send away one of the grave diggers, I'm not sure, because I do like that this is going to have a black frame instead of the green. So that's one of the things that I wanted as well. So let's go ahead and pull this out of here, do a little unboxing for you guys. I never ran my other one stock, the Axial grave digger SMT10. So I'll probably try running this one stock so I can see how well the upgrades actually did for it, and how different the truck is with those upgrades, because I'm curious. So a couple of comments here. Hey, the new monster truck you should have got. The new monster truck I got, you should have let you take it to Beef Fest. Are you talking about the Maximus one, Josh? Is this the one you were asking about? Sorry, there's a delay, so I forget that I have to wait a minute. All right, so as we wait to hear, going to just kind of show you what kind of stuff comes with it. So the controller that it comes with is they're actually kind of nice controllers. I do like them. It's the same as what came with my SCX10 it's got a foam grip on it. Let's see if I can't get you guys a little different view here to be able to look at some of this stuff up closer. So here is the controller, the foam wheel. It's got steering trim, throttle trim, and the steering dual rates on the top there. It's got some buttons here that can be customized, and then it's got your reverse switches on the back here, as well as your power switch. But they're pretty decent controllers. I like them all right. But big old part bag here, and I was wondering with this cool truck what they were going to do with all these pieces breaking off, which I figure they will on crashes. But they give you a whole slew of bonus parts inside of the baggie here, which I can probably show down here a little better. So yeah, just a whole bunch of bonus parts, drivers, heads, and all kinds of extra drive shafts and whatnot. So yeah, pretty decent. But the truck is what I really wanted. I love the orange rims on this. Max D is, you know, he's a performer like Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. So Minx with this truck is insane, and I thought it'd be a cool truck to have in the collection. I probably am not going to really run this body much, just to keep it in good condition, unlike my Stampede. But out of the box, these things do all right. All right, so going back to some questions here. What's the new monster truck you got? Josh, I just said that was the Maximus. Gerardo is asking about the Arma. I keep having a hard time saving up enough money for the Arma because things like this go on sale and I buy them, so my extra RC cash goes out the door. And I've really been in like a solid axle monster truck mood these days, kind of the scaleness of it. And you know, after we did the No Limits freestyle thing, which they just had, not No Limits, but there was just a big old monster truck get together that Josh was at up in Ohio that I wish they could have been at. So many of these guys run such awesome rigs and do scale stuff like we do with the crawlers, but with the monster trucks, and it's just so insane. Scavenger 177 is saying, what servo do I recommend for the Cheetah? I tend to use a lot of Savox servos. I would get it waterproof and I'd get Metal Gear. So probably, what do I have in the truck here? SW1210 SG. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but that's what I have in the monster truck, and that would probably be Beast in the Cheetah. It's a little bit pricey though. Josh Williams would like to sit in on a live chat with me one night. Dude, let's hook it up. You need to come over here anyway and do some other videos. So, yeah, the 4-link nats. That's what Josh was just at. So, but yeah, we'll have him over here. Josh was always super cool and super helpful, most knowledgeable guy I know about RCs. Was the go-to guy that I'd go to about all my car, truck related stuff with RCs up at Debbie's RC World. So, but yeah. So I'm backing up because I missed a few questions here. Let's go in quick. Hey, do you have a Clodbuster? Question mark. This is Shenlanko. If not, you need to get the original monster that started all monster truck fans should own one. I was just looking. This came with a Tower Hobbies like booklet, and my kids were trying to get me to read them a book, and I tried to pass it off and read them about RC cars. Didn't fly. We ended up doing Phineas and Ferb, which is fine by me. Funny stuff. So we, but I saw in there they had the Super Clodbuster for like $300, which really isn't a bad deal, and those are really, really cool monster trucks. What I really want monster truck wise though is a freestyle RC chassis and transmission, axle set, just something super beefy, and then I want to get a custom body done. Maybe like the sticker bomb, but get somebody to make a wrap of basically the sticker bomb. I kind of actually like how that turned out. I'd get rid of the green flames because those are too Gravedigger, but do something kind of similar on the front end, maybe rust it out or something. I don't know. Boris, man, you're from Guatemala. Where at in Guatemala? I was just in Guatemala earlier this year. Been several times for work. Love it. Love Antigua especially. I love that city so much. Yeah, Discover RC, new truck. They have a new Super Clodbuster 2. Josh is saying. I haven't kept up a whole lot, guys. There's just so much going on. A lot of you have heard in my personal life with my dad and stuff. But so it's just a lot of my time is kind of being chewed up by a whole lot of things right now. So we'll try and get this out of here for you guys, and we'll just take a look over the truck since I didn't do that with the original Gravediggers. And I've got 2 of them now. I won't be getting any of the close-ups that I do with a lot of live videos, but I just realized I'm heading up to see my dad here, and I need to get these in the mail, and I'm not going to have time to do a true unboxing. So I thought, you know what, you guys love the live stuff, so let's do it. And Josh, we'll set up a time, like a Saturday. Let's just wait till I stop being loud. We'll set up like a Saturday or something where we can do a decent hour to do a live video. Everything's still working here, guys. Do you have a Jeep? Boris is asking. I have the 1998, I believe it is, Jeep Cherokee. Oops. RC. And then I've got a 4-door Jeep Wrangler, white one down here. Those are the 2 Jeeps that I have. And I like them both, but I'm going to get rid of the one in order to get the scale body. So the one thing that Axial is definitely doing right with these is they're making them super scale. And I really like that. One of the things that I've got as well for this that I picked up were some of these tires like are on the Red Cat here. These are the Pro Line Destroyers. And so I've got a whole nother set of these that I picked up just because they were on sale for like 50% off. So I have those for this truck. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on it yet or not because I don't know. I like if I keep it orange and stuff. I do like that. these are orange. I can always, I guess, paint the other ones orange, or do them gray. Whoops, with orange outlines. Get the 3D printed wheel caps on them. One last. Oh, sent it flying. But here's the body, guys. Give you a quick look. The light's blinding it. Just super well done. Really shiny too. The lights are just going nuts off it. And then here is the truck, which just looks so awesome. I think that Axial really did knock these out of the park. Josh saying that you got someone that'll do a wrap for me. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Josh, I was reading about dyeing them, heating them up, boiling water, and putting dye in. So that's what I was looking at doing with the other wheels. Maybe it's dyeing them. So yeah, so this is all black. That's what I was actually looking at the dye for. Was one of the green ones originally to dye, but since this came on sale, I guess I don't have to do that, which is good. So, I mean, there's almost nothing to see about this truck, which is what's so cool about it. We'll show you here, guys. I mean, just everything is just so cleanly put together. The Tactic servo on the front. This was the first thing I changed out on my other one. So let me see if I can't get this to stop doing the focus. There we go. So the Tactic servo was one of the first things I swapped out, as well as the servo saver and the steering links. So probably something that I'll look to swap out again on this one. Shocks, I think I'll probably change the type of shock in the rear, because these do suffer from like a rear droop on them. They all tend to. I'll probably put a sway control kit on the front end, so on the rear they've got it, but not on the front, and so these front wheels tend to get all squirrely. And I've actually got them on this Gravedigger here. They've got the front sways as well, but this also has 8 sets of shocks on it. So this one's pretty beefed up. Mine does not have that on it. My other Gravedigger, that was the one that I traded for, and he souped it up. So it's got a 27 turn Traxxas motor in there that you can see, and then you really can't see anything else. I mean, all the where's the camera on this? The gears and everything are just enclosed and encased. Everything's just straight black, and you've got the battery tray here. So this one comes with a more standard driver. It's got the just a little helmet on the guy instead of like the skull on the Gravedigger, and so that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what I think about the skull driver. It's not like scale or anything, you know. It's just something they came up with that's kind of cool, but you know, having a driver like this is kind of cool as well. So I'd love to get some of the motors and stuff that they make for these and see how that does, but yeah, we'll see. Hey Dragon Ball, how's it going? Shinloko says cool. He loves his Clod and Bullhead. They're lots of fun. Take a look at his channel when you have time. He just did the Bullhead video that came out great, he says, a little while back. I'm gonna have to check that out. See, he's saying, Shinloko is saying, see Trigger King's channel about how to beef up your Clodbuster with Clod axles and motors to make the trucks that don't have that torque twist. So that's cool, man. RVRC is asking, where's the banner on the new backdrop? Well, the new banner it's not there on the new back. It's over on the other wall in the other part of my room. So as I've been cleaning and doing all the work here, I guess I can show you guys some of the trucks that we've got set up here right now on the shelves, since the angle doesn't really show them all. I just bought these YouTube stickers, and then YouTube changed their logo. How funny is that? So we've got some down there, the X-Max, some drones along here. This is the one I really want to get the new body for, is the ground pounder. I'd love to get a really cool body, like Monster Energy or something would be super sweet. Oh, zombies. Cheetah 2, Cheetah 1, another Gravedigger. My Tamiya, little lunchbox guy here. Can't think of the name of what those type of trucks are. Unimogs. And then some smaller stuff down there. So, and then this is what I just did an unboxing video of tonight. The WL Toys 12428 car. So a lot of people have been asking for it. Finally got one in to do a review of it. Actually looks like a pretty cool little car. So excited about that. Chevy Man Vape Cloud says, I still have a Clodbuster from about 30 years ago. That's awesome, man. I love seeing the Clodbusters run when they do the what are they, like the old school runs? What do they call them, Josh? They call them vintage, like the vintage trucks runs, and it's really cool. The stock class of those is pretty fun. But yeah, overall, I mean, this is such a simple build that they've done for this. Other than, you know, throwing on the crazy plastic frame that they've built for this, everything else is very simple and built off of a plastic plate on the bottom with these arms that go to the axles, and the rest really just supports the shocks and all that. But it's a very simple idea, and so I think that, you know, the guy that I'm saying this to could do some really awesome wraps and points with the metal around all of the chassis. So I'm hoping he goes creative with it and just keeps it so the shocks and all that line up and don't hit on any frame pieces. And I think it'll be super cool. So until I figure out what I'm going to do, I'm probably not going to run this. Josh, I'll talk to you about getting that other Max D body from you and keeping this thing. If I do that, I may run it as the Max D with this body and have one for being the shelf queen when it's not being run. So that'd be pretty cool. Shinlango saying, can you sit the other Axial monster truck with the Clod tires next to the stock one so you can see the difference? Sure. I've actually got two different sets of tires on both of the trucks. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, they're quite larger. I'll go in a little closer here with the other view here for you as well, so you can see just the difference in the size of them. Wider, taller, bigger circumference, everything. But yeah, I really like these J Concepts tires with the taller size. Now, I'll tell you though, the Proline ones actually sit wider than the J Concept ones, and they're lower, so they're going to be closer to the size of the ones that come on it here as far as the height, but they're like almost double the width. Let me back this up so you can see. Right there. And again, here you can see the torque twist just with me picking it up, how bad this thing wants to really twist up in that front end there. Alright, so give you guys a quick view of the back of these. You can see how much wider that is. Not much taller though, but crazy wider. Alright, so Greg Lopez saying, Sir Clodbuster, more trail scale or basher? I think that they're scale monster truck in a way. So they bounce kind of like maybe what a more of a realistic monster truck would do in some ways. You know, with these, we're souping them up to do a lot bigger jumping and stuff that wouldn't actually, although it's seeming more and more realistic the way that these guys drive the trucks now. They are nuts. With the front flips and the back flips that they're doing, and like the riding on this. They're kind of doing the moonwalks and the stoppies and all that kind of stuff that they're doing is just insane. The Anderson boys are just nuts as well. But I guess that the Claude is just, it's got a lot more plastic tub chassis and things like that. People still love to run the axles from those. And so if you get different like the K2 chassis and things like that, the metal upgraded crazy custom frame, they still make different mounts based on what type of axle. If you want to do the Axial Wraith axles, if you want to do the Clodbuster, or there's the Freestyle RC ones, and they sell different lengths of rods based on which ones you prefer to use. And so some people are actually liking to go back to those because the extra weight of maybe the bigger Freestyle RC, is messing with how they feel the truck should handle. I think those axles are insane, and so I'd like to get them anyway. Basically, a build of his stuff, his transmission, chassis, and the axles. I'm probably looking at dropping quite a bit of money. Shinako says, sweet, like that a lot better. Scottzilla saying, what motor ESC combo do you suggest for the SMT? Well, it's interesting. So the one over here on my left, the sticker bomb, has a Castle Creations Sidewinder SV3 system in it. Runs great. This one over here has the Axial Vanguard system in it that you get with the Yeti. Runs great. If you get like a 10th scale big old waterproof system, which is what I want with these, I think that you'll do pretty good. So I think you've got a lot of options that you can choose from. Josh is saying yes. I don't know what he was saying yes to. I might have missed it. Dragon Ball, no, there's not a hangout on this particular version of the chat. Sugarman Vapes saying he might sell his Claude. That's cool, man. Trayton, just saying it's pronounced Trayton. Dragon Ball is asking, tell me which is better, Emax brushless or JLB Cheetah in durability. It's hard to beat anything Traxxas, in my opinion, in durability. Of course, there's the Traxxas bashers that are going to disagree with me. So, retro, Josh, thank you. Not vintage. I'm an idiot. That's it. But, yeah, this is the main thing. Like I was pointing out before, the scrolling around, I just finished, literally, before I sat down to do this, unboxing this little guy. And I've been wanting one of these since I saw one of the guys on the trails out here running one, and I thought it was super cool and asked him where he got it. And he bought his from eBay, but they sell them all over the place. But yeah, so this unboxing will be coming probably tomorrow sometime. But yeah, so this is probably, I don't know. There's so many monster trucks now. I'm really into watching it on cable. I finally got cable again after 10 or so years of not having cable, and I've seen that like FS2 or whatever, Fox Sports 2 or some channel runs all of the races, and the freestyle, they do it over like 2 nights, and so I've been watching those and DVRing them and keeping up with it, and so it's been really fun to see it again. Max D being one of my favorites. It probably would be the of course, Gravedigger, Son of a Digger being my top ones, then down to like the Monster Energy, and then Max D. It all depends on drivers too. I like Metal Militia a lot. Just going into like real monster truck stuff for a minute. Trayton Davis has just got his Yeti running and he loves it. That's awesome, man. Shenlanko, Son of a Digger would be awesome on the SMT10. So I'm part of a group on Facebook, this Solid Axle Monster Mayhem, SAMM group. A ton of people are part of it. And there's a guy on there who does the custom wrapped Son of a Digger bodies that look awesome. And that's why I was looking at getting, dyeing my frame or painting it or something. I didn't really want to do it again to one of these two because I like the green. And so I'm actually thinking about asking for the metal one to be done in blue and making that into a Son of a Digger truck because I do love the body stylings of the Son of a Digger a lot. So there's a lot of people that have those and they do look really sweet. The trucks that they've got over on SAMM are just amazing. The body work that they do, the build quality. I mean, those guys are, I mean, they're into it and their stuff is super tricked out down to the details of the headers and they put the little gas container on the back of it and just they scale out everything down to the stickers. Trayton's asking how old am I, random question, because he's 12. Trayton, I am 38 years old. Just a big kid, man. Just a big kid that likes playing with toys, as you can see behind me. My wife is giving me a really hard time when I started building this, and I told her to come up and look. I'm like, look at this, looking great up here. And she says, you've got a problem. And I replied by saying, yeah, I've got a problem. The shelves are full, and I've got 3 more trucks coming in this week. So, yeah, I'm kind of just a big kid. And, you know, a lot of these, when you look through it, you know, I've bought. And so a lot of people ask about that. Or I've traded for or done a lot. So, I do get some to do reviews on. And that, you see a couple of them on the shelf still, but I do give some away to local people. I don't do it very much on my channel because it frustrates people. People get upset if they don't win and if there's something wrong with it or goes wrong. There's just a lot of issues. I've done 1 or 2 giveaways, but I think it does more harm than it does good in some ways when you do it that way. And it's a shame that that's the case, but it is what it is. And it's expensive for me to ship them as well. So. Chevy Man says, amen in the same and 50. Very cool, man. And Omega Yeti says he's 32 and built his own RCs. That's awesome. Train says, same here. Sister says it's a waste of time. You know, I have a hard time with anybody calling anything a waste of time. I catch myself wanting to tell people they're wasting time. If you're being productive and you're learning and you love what you do, there's a whole lot of things in RC that's just beyond the play side of it that people get into with the custom build, the creativity, the paint work, the technical know-how of making them run. There's a lot that you can learn just by messing with these. I'm going to have my kids working on them so that they learn to solder, they learn all of these other traits that'll be useful for them when they grow up. Painting, all of that kind of thing. Small electrical type things, and there's a lot of things that you could say is a waste of times, but we'll go out and we'll run them and we'll break them and then we'll go back and fix them, and I still don't think it's a waste of time. It's learning, it's spending time together with people, and so yeah. So you can tell her that you're not wasting your time. Train's asking which one I prefer, Axial, Bomber, or Wraith. I've never driven either, so I don't know how to answer that one. Somebody else can chime in. I'm not the expert on anything, honestly. I'm just a guy who has fun playing with toys, toy RCs, and sharing kind of what I'm doing with it with people. So, everybody's got their opinions on things and what they like and don't like. A lot of people go nuts with the Wraith. The Bomber's going to be more like having a Yeti. And so I would say if you're looking to go kind of fast, but not totally fast, the Bomber, I still have a hard time with that class. And I had a Yeti because the top speed it hits it too quick. And then it's all torque. And so it depends on your terrain. Like, I didn't have any place to utilize that type of a truck. And it wasn't strong enough for me to make it a basher, but it was too big and clunky and fast to be a rock crawler. And so I think the Bomber's kind of in that realm, but it feels more like it's a truck, short course truck, off-road. And so if you have the right type of terrain for it, You know, it depends what you want to do. Josh Williams does not do crawlers. I know that's the truth, man. A bomber is better for speed, but it doesn't have enough speed. I mean, at that point, I'd rather get like a slash or something, other than looking like a trick trophy truck. If you're not having the right place for it, I don't understand it a whole lot. Greg Lopez saying RC is great therapy. I'm 50. My mother's 85, suffers from Alzheimer's, so the RC world is a good therapy. Puzzles and brains games for adults. There you go. That's totally true. Especially when you're trying to figure out how things work and what you want to do with them. You know, even down to when I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my bodies or changing out bodies. Do I want to stick with the side-mounted posts that come out, or do I want to make a plate that goes across there and put Velcro and Velcro the body to keep it clean and more scale looking, and just kind of overcoming some of those problems that you have or ideas that you have and making them a reality. It's just kind of fun. Brian Rowan is asking, what is the red SCT? And so that's the Losi 10 SCTE version 1. And it needs some repair work. This was a quick paint job for it when we were doing the No Limits monster truck event. They also were doing a round with the short course trucks. And so Josh actually liked pink bodies, and so I was trying to make it pink for him because he was running it quite a bit. And so it just ran out of time, and so I just literally spray painted it by hand with no masking or anything at the at the track outside in like 15 minutes, because I totally destroyed the other body the week before. Trayton is saying the Yeti's a rock racer, not a rock crawler. That's true. I don't have enough rocks here to race it on, so there wasn't a use for it. I couldn't crawl with it, and I couldn't run it fast. That's all I was trying to say. I don't have rocks in Virginia Beach. We have beach, and we have dirt, and we have swamp. We have lots of swamp out here. So anyway, guys, I really just wanted to do this. I was thinking about what I was going to do to get this ready and start moving forward with some other videos, and so I just decided to do this live. Saves me the edit time with the week I've got coming up. And, you know, it's been done. It's old already. It didn't need like a full-on unboxing like some of the newer cars I might spend the time to do, or some of the other ones that people are interested in seeing what comes in the box. These ones are pretty out there, so we'll leave it with that. But I definitely do love the body. I mean, even the way they slope the back on here, it's just a really, really cool body. A couple more questions come in. Jacob Henson says, I kind of want to start crawling. I'm thinking about the new Traxxas TRX4. Is that a good start? It's a really excellent start. It gives you a whole lot of things in an RTR. So if you're not wanting to build a kit, what you're going to get out of this as an RTR is going to be really good. Now, there's also some other new ones that are coming out that are trucks. It starts with a C. I'm blanking on the name. It looks like a vintage old black truck, and there's also a rusted body looking one. We're starting at $300, and they're like the G6 Recon approved for $300 RTR. The thing that I like about the Traxxas is just the way that it moves. It feels very scale and very real. I feel the same way about my Jeep Rubicon. Feels that way. The Cherokee just feels, and now I got the RTR, so it's all based on that. The plastic bouncing around and flapping, and it's so lightweight that it doesn't feel very scale. It can tackle just about anything, but it just kind of, it's too bouncy and too much like a toy, it feels like, where the Traxxas is just weighted, and they've got wheel wells, and they've got locking diffs in the front and the rear, scale accessories on it, and they've taken it to a whole new level. So Joshua Wilson saying JC Concepts Firestorms. Yes, that's what I have on this one. I forgot to show Shinlonko what's on this one. These are the Renegades by J Concepts, and so these have a lot more bite to them than the Firestorms. I like the look of the Firestorms, which is why I got them. I'm kind of fashion over function, so that's how I was when I raced BMX too. If I wasn't gonna win, I at least wanted to look good losing. Train saying thanks for live stream, just subscribe. Thanks for the sub, man. If you guys do like what you're seeing, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and there's actually like the little icon that you can click with the bell if you want to get updates whenever new stuff's posted. Shinlonko says, put this up again because I think you would like these Proline made header pipes. That's it, zoomies that you put on that come off the side. Yes, I've seen those. They also sell them on the fitted for these SMT10s on Shapeways, where they 3D print them. But I'll look at the Proline ones because their stuff's really beefy. SCE Bird 78 looking at this SMT. Should the gearing be changed if I run a brushless system? I didn't change the gearing in mine. Oh wait, no, that's not true. I put metal gears in mine, but I didn't change the ratio on mine. Discover RC, the TRX4 is a great truck, no doubt. So, see if I missed any questions going back up. Looks like I got them. Well, guys, I usually try to keep these to an hour. We call it the RC hour. I actually don't know when I started because I got a little sidetracked after shooting the last video. Maybe this says about where we are. If we've been going for an hour or not. No, it says we're going about 40 minutes. So I'm going to probably cut this one a little bit short. Not because I don't want to be talking to you guys, but you know, I just had really this to talk about, and we got through it pretty quick. Had some questions coming in, and so always welcome to answer those. That's the whole point of these, is getting beyond whatever I want to come and talk about, is, you know, what you guys want to discuss, and just kind of going through it. And, you know, I don't know everything, but the people in the comments, man, they're very helpful in digging out, you know, when I brain fart on camera. Which I'm really, really good at. I'm terrible with names, and I'm terrible with coming up with the right name for something when I need it or when I want to try and come up with it. So that's kind of just one of those things that I have going on. So Shinlonko, we'll see you. I'll go check your channel. I want to see the trucks builds that you're talking about from Tamiya. And I'm going to enjoy this one stock because I did not do it on the other one because it sat in the box for a couple weeks with the Gravedigger, and I literally pulled it out a couple nights before the No Limits RC Monster Truck World Finals at the Digger's Dungeon, and like had 3 days to try and get it up and ready. So yeah, I just opened the box and literally took it apart and worked on it. This one I'm gonna just try it stock and be able to tell people what they'll expect, because people do ask me what it was like. I said, I don't know what it's like when you get it new. I know what you can make it into, and with a few upgrades. And so this will give me kind of a perspective of what people would get if they chose this over, say, a four-wheel drive Stampede. So, see you, Trayton. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to tune it out. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks, as always, for tuning in. Going to have a lot more stuff coming. I've got some run videos I need to do. Going to have run videos of this, run videos of the Maximus, run videos of the 12428. I've got a bird up there, a plane I've got to unbox and fly. I've got some other ones that I want to get back out. I want to get back out trailing now that the weather's getting good. I'm waiting on this cheetah to get the new rear diff outdrive basically in to fix that up, because my speed runs and stupidity on the first one kind of just messed it up. And so I'll get that fixed up and do a real bashing with it. Again, I don't like doing the speed stuff. I don't do it a lot, and so when I do it, I end up making mistakes and breaking stuff I wouldn't normally break. But I lid flipped that one, hit a curve, and a couple of things. So anyway, and then just the braking from the full speed on cement and what it does to the drivetrain, just not cool. So not my favorite thing. I like to be in the dirt and the grass and things where things slide and have a little bit more less resistance, I would say, on an impact. There's a little bit more flex in the ground, or it absorbs it some. So CCxRC, thanks for tuning in. Josh, Wilson, Brian, Trayton, Jacob, Josh Williams, man. Again, I definitely want to have you on here and over here live. We'll do maybe some running live too. We can do a couple live things. So we'll check you guys next time. There'll be some more videos coming this week, and then I'll have some more next week, and we'll try and solidify a time to do more regular live things where people can come in, ask questions, talk RC. I'll always try and have something to base it around, whether it's new news, a car, something that happened, and then kind of just spur off of there and go. So anyway, guys, talk to you later.